We'll call this meeting the Ways and Means Committee together today, Tuesday, July the 7th, 2015 at 4:08. Deanne, would you please call the roll?
Hogan.
Here.
Tilly.
Here.
Duranza.
Here.
Dept.
Here.
Kerr.
Here.
Lutz.
Here.
Krieger.
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am. We've all had an opportunity to review the minutes of June the 2nd, 2015.
Motion approved. Support.
Moved and supported. Any questions or discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. At this time, we'll allow for public input. Anybody that would like to address the committee, please step to the podium, state your name, and you have an opportunity to address Ways and Means. Seeing no one's coming forward, under our next order of business, we have petitions and communications. A is from the clerk's office. This is a vacancy seeking to post and fill.
So moved.
Moved and supported. Questions or discussion? Commissioner Krieger.
Yep, Mr. Quinn? So I'm coming to you to maybe bring everybody up to speed if we're not on what's going on down there with a person being off on medical.
In the clerk's office.
Yeah.
An employee of the clerk's office was injured. It wasn't a work-related injury, but it turns out that she will be off probably longer, may require surgery, we thought. So the request was made to have a person to replace her, which we normally do, but at maybe a higher level, because we're going to have her, the new person, assume some of the duties that Sheila had. And, Sheila had a lot of complex duties.
And your recommendation?
I recommend that we adopt the resolution. That's it.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Just revised.
Oh, okay. That replaced, okay, I see it right here. It's, this, I think we all seen it.
Yep.
Yes.
All right, any other questions or discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. From the Drain Commissioner, we have the Kerr-Jammer-Szymanski Drain.
So moved.
Support.
Moved and supported. Questions or discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Under Cease, Region 7 Area Agency on Aging, this is the 2016 Annual Implementation Plan.
So moved. Support.
Moved and supported. Questions or discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Under D, we have a request for Region 7. This is funding from Golden Horizons and Lakeshore Legal Aid.
So moved. Support.
Moved and supported. Commissioner Krieger.
Is there anybody here that can answer any questions on this? I was just curious on how many actual hours are being spent. But I guess
We'll, maybe Deanne, we can give him a call for next Tuesday.
that'd be great. Yep.
Okay. I think they're both annuals, aren't they? Golden and Horizon, they're both annuals, so. But, you know, they should be here to answer any questions that somebody might have, so. I'll bet.
If I can explain, what they're required to do is notify the board that they've applied for funding. Golden Horizons usually ask for us to support it, which we've done in the past. Legal Aid hasn't asked for that, but they've been with the program for many, many years. And so rather than include one and not include the other, I included the both.
All together. Okay.
So that's how we
Refer. All right, good. Any other discussion? If none, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Under E, this is the Director of Environmental Affairs and Community Development. Bob, is this the one we wanted to refer?
I think corporate counsel is going to review that, and I think they're going to approve the maintenance of agreement, right? The MOU, Clark.
Thank you. I wasn't following that. What was that?
We're under E, right?
E, yeah. This
Right.
is that invasive species ban.
Right,
That's not the
there's-
Phragmites, is it?
Yes, it is. It is. There are two parts here. One is for to sign on to the Cooperative Invasive Species Management Agreement. It's an MOU for that are being asked statewide. Entities, there are regions forming statewide. Those regions are really where these monies are being directed for the statewide invasive species grants that are coming due. They're due, the applications are, pre-proposals are due July 31st. So there's two parts. One would be for the, to sign on to the MOU for the regions. And that is, by doing that, we would say that we are, as a community, we're aware of invasive species, in particular Phragmites, certainly here. We will talk about them where we can. We will coordinate or educate any of our field staff, if they're out there, on what they look like so that they can report back to whoever, the state. So it's really kind of it's a unique cooperative effort that's going on statewide. And so the signing of the MOU basically says, yeah, we're on board. We will, work with entities to combat these invasive species. The second would be for authorization to apply for a grant in order to do that work through the state.
Now, the second one is a separate one as well, Laura? Or is that all in the E?
They're both in E.
Okay.
Well, it's a pre-proposal, right?
Right, it's due July 31st. We need to get there's going to be a lot of, in order for us to do this application, we would have to, first of all, sign on to the MOU, because those are the people who are getting the money. And we would coordinate with DNR, Hampton Township, like we tried to do last year. They were very willing to do that, up and down the coast and up through Bangor, Pinconning, Fraser. And so, there's a lot of coordination that would need to go into preparing a pre-proposal for the.
All right, and by us approving this, it will apply to both the MOU and
and we need
the application.
We need to be able to show authorization in order to start to gather those folks together in order to apply.
But why don't we just forward it?
Yeah, forward the full board,
Yeah.
and I don't know if Amber or Sean was handling the MOU, but we'll get their review on it, and then I'll have time to talk to environmental over what is gonna be in the grant. I wasn't physically here last week, so.
Commissioner Lutz, I saw your hand up.
I'll advance the motion.
Support.
Moved and supported. Commissioner Durancheck.
I just have a question. Are we under any time constraints? Because besides the July 31st deadline because of Fraser, do they have to come on board, or?
Well, for the MOU, which would be the bigger part, that would make us eligible for the money, the county would sign on behalf of.
Okay.
Now, but for the pre-proposal, that takes there's some time involved in pulling one of those proposals together. We're gonna need all the time, at least several weeks now, between now and that date, because there are so many entities involved. The state money is going for, that's what the C is for, it's cooperative management groups that work together, and so they all need to get their resolutions from their entities, etc. So, in fact, Tuscola County wants to join us on this thing, so.
Thank you.
Sounds good. Anybody else have any other questions? Commissioner Biget.
I just wondered how you sign on to this. I see Pinconning, Fraser, Call, and Hampton. I know Franklin has a lot of Phragmites out there. How do those townships get involved in the process?
Two things then. First off, when I put this together, I omitted Bangor as well. And so typically, and that was an oversight, but typically, what we've been working on is the Saginaw Bay, the shoreline. I have to tell you, the work that we've done over the last several years has really demonstrated statewide and almost nationally that invasive species, in fact, can be controlled. And then the state has developed a methodology, basically an approach to dealing with this stuff. So they're saying, deal with the shoreline, then start working back. So that's what, and right now we've fought very hard just to get east of the Saginaw River, Hampton Township, and then to Quanticosi, Tuscola involved, and they did just change the rules in order to allow that. So what's happening then is we're working back into these river systems. Frankenlust would be, part of that, going over I-75 over that whatever, Dutch Creek or Sheboygan Creek is terrible. And so that is something that, in fact, Crow Island Refuge Manager Jeremiah Heiss from DNR is trying to include that area as part of his, because it is habitat.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you, sir. Anybody else? Commissioner Lutz.
One quick question. So what you're saying is we need to address what's on the bay shoreline first, and then we can move through places like Franklin West, up the Colquhoun River.
Right. And that is,
all
that is
Because
the,
there's big areas up there.
right. And that is the statewide methodology. You know, again, they are driving this in conjunction with the U.S. Fish and Wildlife, so the feds as well. They've all been working together. And they're, you know, quite honestly, the Quantico Hampton Township area was so heavily infested that they were really concerned. They didn't want to deal with it at all, but they have changed those rules for this grant funding cycle. But we have to keep demonstrating that that northern shoreline is still manageable. It'll never go away. We're just trying, we treat it, we control it, and it becomes manageable.
Oh, thank you, Laura. Anybody else have any questions for Laura?
It's all the counties in the area, management area. It's just what the state's priorities are going to be.
All right, thank you, ma'am. With no other discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Under F, the Remonumentation Program, number 1 is the Leica GS14 MSRN Rover purchase.
So moved.
Support.
Moved and supported. Any questions or discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Number 2 would be the Remonumentation Program Peer Review Group appointments.
So moved.
Support.
Moved and supported. Questions or discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Under G, we have 911 Director. This is the inclusion of Iosco County in the Great Lakes Bay 911 Consortium.
So moved.
Support.
Moved and supported. Any questions or discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Under H, we have the Emergency Management Coordinator. This is Bay Alerts Vendor Service Agreement.
So moved.
Support. Moved and supported. Questions or discussion? Commissioner Lutz.
One question, if I may. Will this help the situation that came when the last tornado alert when they come? You know, I got it on my cell phone almost immediately. My wife got it an hour and a half later.
Okay. Ryan Mann's Emergency Management Coordinator. Was the alert that she received, was it from Bay Alerts?
Yeah.
Okay. Was the alert that you received from Bay Alerts or from?
From Baylor.
It was, okay. Yes, that is a problem with the vendor that we've been having. On the technical side of things, they want to put it out in a format that is more like email. We insist on it going out as a text message where it will go out immediately. In order to do it that way, our current vendor wants to raise the rate considerably. We have an opportunity to partner with a larger player right now who is going to keep the amount that we have to pay for it very reasonable.
Okay. I just wanted to ask that. It was a little concerning that, you know,
Absolutely.
an hour later, pretty much over by the time she made it. So that.
Commissioner Tilley.
Right, I got my alert first from Google, I think it was, or Yahoo.
Okay.
That was the first one that came, that's when it turned red on my phone, and it wasn't from the text. Unless, was that sent through you, through something?
Actually, no, that is part of the federal system. All the new smartphones now are on the federal side, and those are actually geolocated. So if you're in the area of a tornado warning, your phone's going to go off if you have a newer smartphone.
And if I had my location device on.
Correct.
If I didn't, then I would just, maybe that was part of the, it was maybe the text you didn't get, it was an alert that came over the screen, and one had the GIS on, one didn't. One would get the text alert, one would never get the alert.
Correct.
Yes. So, because your text came shortly after that alert.
Yes.
I mean, it wasn't long, but it came shortly after. It was cool to see that. My phone started buzzing and beeping, it was red.
So Ryan, are you saying that you can get some redundancy if you got a smartphone and it's coming from the feds? They're tracking the same information, right?
Correct. What the federal system does is actually works off the geolocation of your phone. So if you're in the area of a tornado warning. Now, most people like myself, I would like to know if my friends and family are also in the area of a tornado warning. So with the Bay Alert system, you'll know if there is a tornado warning in any of Bay County, which is more important for my office because we stretch a very large geographical distance north to south. So.
Okay, thank you. Anybody else have any other questions for Ryan? Seeing none, thank you, sir. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Under I, we have the GIS manager. This is a joint Bay County, Bay City GIS web viewer.
So moved.
Support. Moved and supported. Any questions or discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Under J, the BCATS director, this is a memorandum of understanding between the Bay City Area Transportation and Bay Metro Transit Authority.
So moved.
Support.
Moved and supported. Any questions or discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. From the Personnel Employee Relations, we have the ACA reporting requirements.
So moved.
Moved and supported. Any discussion on this? With none, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Under 2, we have a cash out of accrued sick and vacation for an employee.
So moved.
Moved and supported.
Support.
Questions or discussion? Commissioner Tilley.
Can somebody explain this to me? Why we're doing this, we're waiving for one person?
I think we've done it before.
Have we?
but,
Have we done it?
Yeah.
We're practicing it? All right, now. Okay.
I think she left and she went to an at-will position, so I think that's probably. Any other, Don, you're all set?
Yeah. Thanks.
Okay. No other discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Under L, from the Director of Administrative Services, Safety and Security Grant.
So moved.
Moved and supported. Any questions or discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Under M, from the Director of Recreation and Facilities, under 1, we have a waiver of the fairground user fee for McLaren Bay Medical.
So moved.
Support.
Moved and supported. Questions or discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Under 2, we have a Civic Arena user fee increase, seeking a $1 increase in fees, September 1, 2015.
So moved.
Support.
Moved and supported. Any questions or discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Under N, from the Health Director of Community Health Assessment Funding from the Bay Area Community Foundation. This is a grant.
So moved. Support.
Moved and supported. Any questions or discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. From the Finance Officer, number 1 is the Budget Stabilization Fund. That's seeking an increase in long-term advance to the budget stabilization from the general fund, up to
So moved.
15%, correct, Bob?
Support.
Okay,
There's a bill, but you can put it in our representative room.
yeah. Good, Bill. Moved and supported. Anybody have any questions on that? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Number 2, budget adjustments, Division on Aging and Sheriff's Department.
So moved.
Support.
Moved and supported. Questions or discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Number 3, we have the analysis of the General Fund Equity 2015.
So moved. Or motion to receive.
Support.
Moved and supported. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Number 4 is the Executive Directive 2007-11. Motion to receive would be in order.
Motion to receive.
Support.
Moved and supported. Any questions or discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Under P, we have some payables from the county, BAYANET, and Center Ridge Arms.
So moved.
Support.
Moved and supported. Any questions or discussion? Commissioner Beget.
I voted for this the first time around, but I'm not sure if this is a good use of our money. I just wondered if we had done this before for any of the other departments, if we had analyzed the clerk's off
That's not the
the
one we're on yet.
register of deeds.
Yeah, next one, Vaughn.
Oh, sorry, wrong one.
All right, we're going to skip that one, too.
We'll skip that one.
All right. On D, or P, which is the payables, it's been moved and supported. Anybody have any questions on that? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Under 5, we have some or 6, that's some referrals. Under A, from the Personnel Human Services, this is a study of the work processes, workflow in the clerk's office.
So
Okay.
Support. Moved and supported. Questions or discussion?
Yes. I just wondered if we had ever done this before for any of the other departments, like the treasurer's office, or, it seems like we're picking on one department, and I don't know if it's going to change anything that's going to happen down the road by spending this money. I just have a concern that it's not going to accomplish much, so.
Maybe we can get an answer from administration.
I believe that the prior study that was started back in 2010 was intended for most of the departments. I think that it focused mainly on the clerk's office. But that's the only report that I've seen is with regard to the clerk's office
So that's
from
the
2010.
only department we've looked at, yeah.
Yep.
2010.
Yeah. I still am concerned about the expenditure, and I don't know if it's going to change anything that's going to happen down the road, so.
Any other discussion? Mr. Quinn?
Just a comment, Crystal reminded me that we did do a study of the purchasing process and streamlined that at about the same time, using the same group.
Yeah, personally, I don't think we're picking on anybody. I think we're just gathering information which could be useful in making the decision. Commissioner Herrick?
Yeah, I look at it and when it first came up, I thought, this might be a good thing for them, because maybe it's going to come out that they may need more help down there. And, I guess maybe I'm looking at it wrong, but that's the way I looked at it, as a help and not a hindrance. That's just the way I see it. Hey, I said maybe I'm looking through those rose-colored glasses, but sometimes it's a big room, and I see 2 or 3 people walk around, and maybe they do need more help. And if they do, I think this is how we're going to find out.
Anybody else? Seeing none, maybe we'll have a roll call. Dion, looks like we're going to have somebody against it.
Tilly?
Yes.
Durancer?
Yes.
Liggett?
No.
Garrett?
Yes.
Lutz?
Yes.
Krieger?
Yes.
Quinn?
Yes. Thank you.
Carries.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay. Anybody have anything under unfinished business? Any new business? We have no closed session.
We do not.
Thank you, ma'am.
Announcements? Corn Fest coming up this weekend. Starts Thursday, the 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th. No fishing this year. The pond is dry, but they have other things. Bun bogs and races and parades and beer tent and bands. So 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th.
Okay, thank you, sir. That would have been, anybody have anything under miscellaneous?
Move to adjourn.
Support.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries.